What is up, everybody? I'm the Retro Nerd, and welcome to, what is this? We on day 4 of 12 days of Star Wars? I believe so. So, this time around we are playing Star Wars Racer Revenge for the PlayStation, or the PS2, whichever one you want to call it. It doesn't fucking matter. So this is pretty much nothing more than a sequel to Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer or Racer or whatever. It's the N64 pod racing game that, you know, pretty much everybody's played, everybody's owned, and everybody's like, oh, this is a good game. And then most people are like, oh, that was a terrible game. I don't like the pod racing shit. Well, you got a sequel to it, and I hate to say it, but that's what you're going to have to deal with. But this sequel is actually pretty good. So they get rid of the whole going to shops and buying new parts and stuff for your pod racer, which is kind of bad. That was actually a pretty cool mechanic, because there was things Need for Speed was trying to do with that stuff. You know, you had Road Rash doing that stuff with buying different bikes and stuff like that. And then I believe it was Extreme and 2 Extreme. They were doing that as well on the PlayStation back in the early days. And, you know, it just kind of sucked that this game decided to take out that aspect and just mainly just focus on the racing and unlocking new drivers and stuff like that. So it kind of sucks that they took that out, because I actually kind of like that whole aspect of it. Goes to Bulba's, not Bulba, but Watto's shop and buy parts from them after, you know, you win races and earn the credits for it and all that shit. So that was a cool aspect. One thing I hate about this game is it automatically puts you in first person no matter what. You're always in first person unless you hold down the L1 button, you know, put you in third person view. And that's what I had to do for the most of this race, because I do not like driving games that automatically just put me in first person and you know, and that's the way the game's played, is always in first person. I just don't like driving games that put me in first person. It's just, I'm not very good at driving first person. I'm better at driving third person. So I just pretty much held down that button and held down the gas and raced. One weird thing about this is that with the Anakin Skywalker character I'm playing as, they have him as a teenager and not as a little kid. So it's like, I don't remember in the movies him going back and racing as a teenager. I was like, I thought he sold the pod racer so his mom could, you know, or some shit like that. I thought after he finished the race, he sold the pod racer and all that. So it's like, how is he racing as a teenager if he doesn't have his pod racer anymore? So it's just weird things, but it was okay. It's like, at least they didn't have the annoying hippie shit like that. But yeah. But anyways, it is a good racing game. I do like it. Just, you know, just not very many things you can do in this. It's a racing game. You got racing, versus, you got tournament, and that's about it. You know, nothing really other than that special. It just, like I said, it sucks that they didn't have like the story mode campaign as well, like the first one did, because you would go through all the different races, earn money, and then go to Watto's shop, buy different parts to increase, you know, to beef up your fucking pod racer. And that's the one thing that sucks about this game, is it didn't have that. But other than that, okay game. It's good. So, but anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in for day 4 of 12 days of Star Wars. I've been the Retro Nerd, and we were playing Star Wars Racer Revenge.
X-Wing is way out front. He can sure dish it out. He is just determined to win this one.
Yeah, so what? You're going down!
Oh, look at that abuse.
Better luck next time!
For all your collision and repair needs, check out Watto's Repair Bay.
Ultra power!
Now up in front, it's Anakin Skywalker.
Daka Upan!